Bismillah walhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillahi sallallahu alayhi wasallam. My beloved brothers and sisters, sometimes in life there comes a moment when you sit alone in your room, staring at your bank balance, your job rejections, your empty inbox, and you whisper quietly, Ya Rab, why is my rizq so stuck? Why is nothing moving for me? Why does it feel like the whole world is running except me? And wallahi, that pain is real, that confusion is real, that tightness in the chest, that fear of tomorrow, that pressure of responsibilities, it's heavy. But today, you are going to hear something that will change how you see rizq forever. Because wealth, provision, success, opportunities, they don't start in your hands, they start in your heart. This is something the great master Ibn Arabi, Shaykh al-Akbar, spoke about 800 years ago. Something so deep that scholars hid it, rulers feared it, and Sufi masters only whispered it in private. Not because it was haram, but because it was powerful. Because it broke the illusion of this dunya. The secret begins here. Imagine Mecca, the old Mecca. Caravans, dust, markets, the Kaaba standing in silence while the world moves around it. And imagine Ibn Arabi sitting beneath it in the night, observing people, some begging Allah Subḥānahu wa ta'ala for wealth, some chasing deals, some fearing poverty, some clinging to their gold. And then he writes a sentence that shocks every generation after him. Provision does not come by the movement of your limbs. Provision comes by the movement of your reality. What does that mean? It means the job you're chasing, the opportunity you're worried about, the wealth you're desperate for, isn't created by your effort. Your effort is a veil. The real rizq was written before you were even born. Didn't the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam say that teaches? The angel who writes your destiny in the womb also writes your provision? Yes. And Allah Subḥānahu wa ta'ala says clearly, there is no creature on earth except that its provision is upon Allah. Not upon your boss, not upon your degree, not upon your efforts, upon Allah. So why do people struggle so much? Why do some people work endlessly and still feel empty? Why do some people chase money but never touch barakah? Why do some people rise and fall over and over again? Ibn Arabi explains, because they chase forms, not the source. They chase the means, not the giver of the means. They rely on their intelligence, their CV, their networks, their savings, and then secretly wonder why they feel so spiritually poor. My brother, my sister, listen with your heart. Rizq is not attracted by movement. It is attracted by alignment. If your heart is tight with fear, if your soul is suffocating with anxiety, if you believe deep inside that you are the provider of your own life, rizq moves further away. Not because Allah Subḥānahu wa ta'ala is punishing you, but because your heart is not ready to receive. Fear closes the door. Trust opens it. Greed suffocates the heart. Gratitude expands it. Attachment to the dunya blinds the soul. Reliance on the Lord of the dunya enlightens it. Look at birds. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, if you relied upon Allah with true reliance, He would provide for you as He provides for the birds. They leave hungry and return full. Birds don't have savings. Birds don't have CVs. Birds don't have LinkedIn. But birds have something most humans have lost. Complete reliance on Allah. They move with trust, not with fear. They try, but they don't obsess. They search, but they don't panic. And that is why provision reaches them effortlessly. Rizq is not a chase. It's a reflection. Ibn Arabi discovered a truth here. Do not earn what you chase. You earn what you reflect. If your heart reflects fear, you attract scarcity. If your heart reflects greed, you attract instability. If your heart reflects trust, you attract calm provision. If your heart reflects gratitude, you attract abundance. Why? Because your life mirrors the divine names you live under. If you live under Al-Razzaq, you walk with certainty and provision comes. If you live under Al-Karim, you give freely and generosity returns to you. If you live under Al-Ghani, you detach from people and Allah enriches you. This is why some people with little money feel wealthy and some with millions feel empty. Wealth is not what your hand holds. Wealth is what your heart reflects. The first law of divine wealth, rizq flows to hearts that trust. Rizq avoids hearts that fear. Because trust is light, fear is rust, and rusty hearts cannot receive divine blessings. My dear brothers and sisters, now prepare your hearts, because now I will take you deeper into the spiritual architecture of rizq, the part most people never hear, never learn, never understand. Before you learn something life-changing, rizq is not attracted by effort, it is attracted by alignment. Now you will understand why. The second hidden law of divine wealth, the heart is the true marketplace. Ibn Arabi, the great master, wrote something breathtaking. The place where wealth arrives is not your hands, it is your heart. The hands only distribute what the heart has already received. Let that sink in. Most people think rizq comes from the outside, from a job, a business, a degree, a boss, a market. But the spiritual reality is the opposite. Rizq begins inside you, then appears around you, like a seed that grows unseen underground before a single leaf touches sunlight. This is why Allah Subḥānahu wa ta'ala tied provision to taqwa, not to strategy. Allah Subḥānahu wa ta'ala says, taqwa of Allah, He will make for him a way out and provide for him from where he does not expect. Surah Talaq, Ayah 65, verse 2 to 3. He didn't say whoever gets a degree, whoever gets promoted, whoever works 16 hours a day. He said, whoever has taqwa. Because taqwa lives in the heart and rizq travels to the heart. The four forces that open the gates of provision, Ibn Arabi teaches that two forces open the gates of rizq and two forces slam them shut. You can work day and night, but if the heart is ruled by the wrong force, you will feel blocked, stuck, and suffocated. But if the heart aligns, the gates open so fast that you yourself will be shocked. Tawakkul, true reliance. Not laziness, not passivity, not I'll sit and wait for miracles. No. Tawakkul means you try with your hands while your heart leans only on Allah Subḥānahu wa ta'ala. It is when you walk into the interview with peace, you fill the application without fear, you look at your bank account with calmness, because you know your rizq is not inside the computer. It is written with the one above the heavens. This spiritual confidence attracts provision like light attracts butterflies. Tafa'ul, beautiful expectation. This is when you don't just believe Allah will help you. You expect Him to. You feel it. You wake up with hope. You speak with optimism. You walk with positive certainty. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ loved optimism. He called it a form of good thought of Allah. And when you expect good from Allah, He Subḥānahu wa ta'ala responds with goodness. The two forces that block rizq like a wall, if these live in your heart, rizq avoids you even if you work hard. Khawf, fear, not the fear of Allah, the fear of dunya. What if I don't get the job? What if I lose my money? What if nothing works for me? Fear shrinks your vision. Fear suffers. Awe curtails your creativity. Fear makes you cling, panic, hesitate, and mistrust. Ibn Arabi said, fear closes the door of rizq, trust opens it. When you act from fear, everything becomes tight. When you act from certainty, Allah opens pathways you never saw before. Tama, greed. Greed is the hunger that never ends. No matter how much you receive, you feel empty. Greed turns the heart into a closed fist, and a closed fist cannot receive anything. But a heart that gives, a heart that trusts, a heart that loosens, becomes a magnet for divine generosity. The secret of divine alignment. Ibn Arabi explains that every human is born under a unique pattern of divine names. Names like Al-Kareem, the most generous, Al-Razzaq, the provider, Al-Ghani, the self-sufficient, Al-Wahhab, the constant giver. Your rizq flows according to the name you reflect inwardly. If your heart reflects fear, you stand under the name Al-Qahar, the constrictor. If your heart reflects greed, you stand under the name Al-Mani, the withholder. If your heart reflects gratitude, you stand under Ash-Shakur, the one who multiplies. If your heart reflects trust, you stand under Ar-Razzaq. This is why two people with the same job, same salary, same lifestyle live completely different realities. One lives suffocated, the other lives in abundance. Not because their world is different, but because their hearts are different. Wealth does not come from chasing, it comes from who you become. Most people chase money, few people chase alignment. Those who chase alignment become vessels of abundance. That's why some people rise effortlessly while others burn out. Because rizq is not something you hunt, It's something you attract when your heart matches the frequency of divine generosity. My dear brothers and sisters, if your heart reached here, then understand, Allah Subḥānahu wa ta'ala is guiding you to something He wants you to know. Something that can change your entire relationship with wealth, effort and rizq forever. Because now we enter the final unveiling, the third spiritual law of rizq. Your provision is chasing you, not the other way around. This is the deepest, most powerful truth Ibn Arabi hinted at, and the truth our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught clearly. Rizq will come to you just as death comes to you. Authentic hadith. Meaning, you do not run toward rizq, your rizq runs toward you. You do not hunt for what was written for you. What was written for you hunts for you. And just as death cannot miss you, your provision cannot miss you. But here is what most people misunderstand. Rizq will reach your doorstep, but the state of your heart decides the form in which it arrives. Sometimes it arrives as money, sometimes as peace, sometimes as people, sometimes as opportunities, sometimes as lessons, sometimes as protection from something harmful. Every form is rizq, but not every heart is able to recognize it. Wealth is a delivery, alignment is the address. Imagine a courier trying to deliver a package. Your name is on it, your address is on it, your signature is written. But the courier arrives and you are not home. That is what happens with many people and rizq. Rizq is written, blessings are written, opportunities are written, barakah is written. But the heart is absent, distracted, detached, filled with fear, filled with greed, spiritually misaligned. And when the heart is missing, the delivery bounces back. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught, be mindful of Allah and Allah will be mindful of you. Authentic hadith. Meaning, if you keep your heart in the right place, your rizq will always find you. The heart that wealth seeks, Ibn Arabi says something breathtaking. When the heart empties itself of anxiety, provision rushes toward it from all directions. Why? Because anxiety blocks the spiritual winds too. Had carry rizq. Fear blocks gratitude. Greed blocks trust. Attachment blocks surrender. But calmness invites. Contentment opens. Gratitude multiplies. Trust attracts. This is why the Prophet ﷺ said, if you relied upon Allah with true reliance, He would provide for you as He provides for the birds. Look at the birds. They do not hoard, they do not panic, they do not store for a year, they do not calculate obsessively. They wake hungry but with certainty. And they return full with gratitude. This is the divine rhythm of rizq. This is the spiritual law of provision. The true source of abundance, my dear brothers and sisters. In the dunya, we see jobs, markets, salaries, clients, business opportunities. But behind every visible cause stands the causer, Allah Subḥānahu wa ta'ala, Al-Razaq, the provider. When you depend on a job, your heart becomes its slave. When you depend on people, your peace becomes unstable. When you depend on your intelligence, your anxiety becomes your master. But when you depend on Allah Subḥānahu wa ta'ala, you become free. Free from fear, free from stress, free from desperation. Because the one who writes your story never forgets to deliver what He has written for you. The moment everything changes, there comes a moment in every believer's life when they let go of the constant chase and finally rest in trust. That's the moment rizq begins to flow. That's the moment ease begins to appear. That's the moment opportunities begin to seek you. Not because you stop working, no. You still work, you still strive. But your striving no longer comes from fear. It comes from certainty. Your effort no longer comes from anxiety. It comes from alignment. Your work no longer comes from desperation. It comes from devotion. And that is when all the doors open. The final truth, the one that transforms everything, the hidden law of wealth is not hidden anymore. You now understand, you do not chase rizq. You chase Allah Subḥānahu wa ta'ala, and rizq chases you. This is why the Prophet ﷺ said, if you walk toward Allah, He comes to you running. If you take one step in sincerity, He opens 10 doors of provision. If you take one step in trust, He lifts 10 burdens from your shoulders. If you take one step in gratitude, He multiplies 10 blessings before you. Your rizq is closer than you think, because the one who provides is closer to you than your own jugular vein. Now close your eyes, raise your hands and whisper with me, Ya Rab, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim. the one who never forgets us, even when we forget ourselves. We come to you tonight with hearts that are tired, hands that feel empty, and souls that have been chasing the world for far too long. Ya Allah Subḥānahu wa ta'ala, tonight we stop running toward people, toward jobs, toward numbers, toward worries, and we run toward you. Because you are the one who said, whoever relies upon Allah, He is sufficient for him. Ya Rabb, make you our greatest reliance. Make you our first thought. Make you our true source. Remove from our hearts every fear that blocks our rizq. Remove from our hearts every greed that stains our blessings. Remove from our hearts every anxiety that blinds us from the doors you already opened. Ya Allah, open for us what no one else can open. Lift from us what no one else can lift. Grant us rizq that makes us humble, not arrogant. Rizq that makes us grateful, not forgetful. Rizq that brings us close to you, not distant from you. Ya Rab, if our hearts have been chasing the wrong things, redirect us gently. If our steps have been walking in the wrong direction, pull us back with mercy. And if our provision has been delayed, make the delay a protection, not a punishment. Ya Allah, bless every person listening to this, every heart reading these words. Put barakah in their homes, barakah in their health, barakah in their relationships, barakah in their money, barakah in their time, barakah in their future, and barakah in their qadr. Make them of those who trust you with a trust that makes the heavens admire them. Make them of those whom the angels pray for. Make them of those whose rizq comes running to them from doors they never imagined. And Ya Allah, on the day when nothing will help us except your mercy, let us stand under your shade, let us stand forgiven, let us stand loved, let us stand close to your Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and let us enter Jannah together as one family. Ameen, Ya Rabbal Alameen, Ameen, Ameen. My beloved Ayah Pulse family, if this reminder touched your heart, don't let it stop here. Share it, spread it, let it become a reason someone else finds hope again. And before you scroll, take 10 seconds and type in the comments, Ya Allah, make my rizq pure, abundant, and filled with barakah. Let the angels say Amin for you. Let someone read your dua and whisper Amin for you. And let this moment be written in your book of deeds on a day when you desperately need light. Until the next reminder, keep your heart soft, keep your trust strong. And remember, you don't chase rizq, you chase Allah Subḥānahu wa ta'ala, and rizq chases you.